The formula that the two numbers of the pH after the decimal are the same as the reading of the PaCO2 in cases of pure metabolic acidosis is true in a narrow range of pH only. So if the pH is significantly decreased, say it's 7.05, 7.1, 7.15 or so, then use other formulas that we have described to evaluate that it is pure metabolic acidosis. Now, coming to the causes of metabolic acidosis, everybody remembers the list by mud piles, and my answer to that is no, 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 and many more no's after that. There is a reason for that. The reason is that one alphabet in mud piles stands for many disorders, like S stands for seizures, sepsis, starvation. You don't know which one you forgot when you were trying to remember them. Like M stands for methanol. You hardly ever see methanol poisoning. I don't say you don't see it, but you hardly ever see. That's not the common one. Which are the common ones? That is what you can remember if you remember the causes of metabolic acidosis as by the mnemonic darlings are important. Your darling may be your girlfriend, boyfriend, your children, your dog, your cat, whoever. But remember, darlings are important. So if you go till IMP of important, you will cover most common causes of metabolic acidosis, and let me explain that to you. D stands for diabetes. We see diabetes every day, maybe 10 times a day. So it's a common disorder. Diabetes can cause metabolic acidosis through diabetic ketoacidosis. The second one is alcohol. Most alcohols can cause metabolic acidosis with anion gap and change in osmolality, and those are the things we will discuss in the next presentation, which is advanced level presentation. R is renal failure. It's so common with diabetes and hypertension being so common and so many patients being on dialysis that you can imagine R is very significant. The next one is L, that is lactic acidosis, and we see it all the time on the floors when the patients crash, cardiopulmonary arrest leading to lactic acidosis. So if you remember these four causes, you will cover more than 90% causes of metabolic acidosis. I stands for iron poisoning, N stands for no food or starvation, G stands for generalized seizures, and S stands for sepsis. So you see, these are the causes you see every day. You can go further down the list and you will come across more causes where A stands for aspirin, R for rhabdomyolysis, E for ethylene glycol poisoning, I for INH poisoning, M for methanol poisoning, and P for paraldehyde poisoning. Again, if you just focus on the word darlings, you would have covered most of the causes of metabolic acidosis. Now, metabolic acidosis is a very, very important metabolic disorder, because if you approach it right, you can help the patient so much by giving appropriate management. What I mean by that, if you diagnose metabolic acidosis in any patient, you have to take further steps to diagnose conditions which are associated with metabolic acidosis. You have to look at anion gap. You have to see whether the metabolic acidosis is anion gap or non-anion gap. You have to look at measured osmolality, you have to look at calculated osmolality, you have to look at osmolar gap, and you have to look at gap. All these are discussed either in the essentials part of our presentation or in the advanced part of the presentation. This presentation is basically to teach you how to interpret an ABG report. So we have seen how to interpret metabolic acidosis, but please remember, if you diagnose metabolic acidosis, there is so much more you have to do before it's too late. What I mean by that is, many a times the request is not made for osmolality, and next day in the morning report or later on, once the patient has already been started on treatment, it's difficult to get the right reading or the right report which would have made a difference in patient management. So do not miss our presentation on metabolic acidosis in the advanced part of our ABG report related presentations.